There are many different ways to buy Bitcoin, but the cheapest and fastest way to buy Bitcoin with cash is with a coin flip Bitcoin ATM. Coin flip ATMs allow anyone to buy Bitcoin with the lowest fees and within just a few steps. Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm one of the hundreds of store owners who partner with CoinFlip. In this convenient store, we host a CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM. We earn passive income, more foot traffic, and we get free advertising done by the CoinFlip team. Getting the ATM was easy. We just contact the CoinFlip team at info@coinflip.tech, and they handle everything with no cost to the store owner. This includes installation, maintenance, marketing, and even 24/7 customer service. We just provide a small space within the store. To get your own CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM and join the monetary revolution, contact CoinFlip today. info@coinflip.tech or fill out the form at request.coinflip.tech. 773-800-0106.
Whether you're brand new to cryptocurrency or an expert, HODLit is the app for you. Are you tired of dealing with the exchanges, their unreliability, and high fees? Welcome to the new cryptocurrency standard. HODLit is your one-stop shop for accumulating cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. This is the easiest way for you to accumulate crypto and manage it. Download the HODLit app now. Create your profile, link one or more bank accounts, set up your dashboard, and let HODLit do the rest. It's easy and fast. HODLit provides multiple ways to purchase and accumulate crypto. Included are advanced automated buying features along with direct market buys. You have total control of your money and which cryptocurrencies get purchased, with options including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Tether, Ripple, among others. Use the Roundup feature to automatically purchase crypto with your spare change after making everyday purchases. Easily increase your Roundup growth by using the Boost Growth option and boost your Roundups by either 2, 3, or 5 times. The Autopilot feature allows you to purchase crypto based on the amount and frequency you choose. Set it and forget it. Buy and sell in real time. The coins you buy are the coins you get. HODLit holds 100% true blockchain purchases. No downtime. Super secure. Lower fees, and you get 24/7 support. HODLit makes it easy for you to create and manage a diversified cryptocurrency portfolio. Look forward to future enhancements coming soon, as well as additional cryptocurrency options. Download the HODLit app today and get started now.
All right, bro, we're live. Good.
All right, guys, if you're watching this right now, don't forget, like, comment. Everybody has a chance to win $10 in crypto. Just go ahead and request $10 in USDT from FIO, FIO at Ken. Every day somebody wins. All you have to do is like and comment. I'll let you know if you won. Every day somebody wins. Today I'm with my bro from LOVEcoin. Bro, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit? Let people know who you are, maybe how you got into Bitcoin, and then we can talk about what you're doing now in the industry with LOVEcoin.
Yeah, excellent. So, my name is Miha. I come from Slovenia. It's a really small country in the middle of
That's
Europe.
where vampires are from, right?
No, no, that's Romania.
Oh, got
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. From our now we can say the ex-president, or how you say it, wife comes from Slovenia,
Oh
Melania
shit,
Trump.
Melania is from there. Okay.
Yes, 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 yes.
A different kind of bloodsucker. No, I'm only kidding,
Yeah,
Melania.
yeah, yeah.
That's cool. So what's the
Yeah.
what? So what? How did you get into Bitcoin over there? What was that like?
Ooh, Slovenia, it's very popular with Bitcoin and everything because you've heard of the exchange Bitstamp, right?
Yeah, big one.
So all the owners are basically my friends, and they come from Slovenia, and most of my ex-employees now work for them. So
Oh.
it's quite a big company, and I know them, and I know how they operate, and they're really nice now.
Yeah, I met them at a
So,
conference in New York City, I believe, at Consensus.
ooh, really?
Yeah, I believe so. It was either that conference or, I mean, not to brag, but I've been to
Yeah,
a lot of
a lot
conferences.
of them.
Yeah, so I'm positive I ran into them somewhere. I know I have.
Yeah, yeah, you must have had. But now they've sold it, to some Japanese company, and basically one of them is still the managing director, and the other one is now basically saving Slovenia in its kind because he bought a lot of hotels and a lot of other things, and now he's remodeling and doing good things for
Is that all
people.
from his Bitcoin profits?
Yes, not
Oh,
not from Bitcoin profits, but from profits of the exchange.
right. Well, similar, right? It's
Yeah,
a
similar. It's in
similar.
this
Yeah.
business.
So
Yes,
he had an industry exodus that made it possible for him to be
yes.
like a life changer in his own home country.
Yeah,
That's
really. He
badass.
he basically had to move out of our country because our laws are so stupid, but he's still now in this country helping us, but his permanent residence is somewhere else.
That's maybe a little bit smarter, actually.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. So basically, that's why I've been in this game for a long time, and I've seen a lot of things happening. And to tell you the truth, I've lost quite a lot of money making transfers because stupid of me, I've made transfers with Ether, let's say, and I've made them from directly from the exchange to pay some partner. And because the exchange had a smart contract, the Ethers got lost.
Yep,
We did
I've been there.
recover, we did recover most of it, but it got me so nervous. And then when the spikes come in the Ethereum network, it's almost impossible to transfer something. You have to pay a lot of money. The same thing kind of happens in Bitcoin, but not in such a big scale. So then when I was looking at the code and white paper of the Bitcoin, it got me kind of nervous because if, like you said, if it gets mandatory in schools that everybody knows about Bitcoin
Yeah, we were
and
talking about this
everybody,
off air for the people that are listening.
yeah,
We were
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about how like public education may force the kids to learn about Bitcoin just like they do with, math, science, and history.
Yes, exactly. But can you imagine if everybody starts using it? How will this code support so many transfers? Because
Right.
it wasn't built for that. Bitcoin is like gold to me, and gold sits still as value, and you use it only when it's hard times. You know,
Yep.
like I come from Europe, and I know when the war was the Second World War, or let's say our war in our country, when it was before we had currency called dinar, and basically in 1 year this dinar was totally devalued. My father built the whole house basically for almost no money because he was playing like forex game with the dinar and the Deutsche Mark, you know. And then after dinner we got dollar. It was really a great currency in Slovenia. We all had so much money, you can't imagine. It was like living in a paradise, you know. I was basically my work was fixing computers, you know.
Oh, cool. I used to do that. That's what I used to do. I used to do micro soldering.
No, you see, and I had a scooter and my gas was always full. You know, gas is quite expensive to America here. And I had always money and I never had to go to bus to school, you know, and life was really good. And then all of a sudden, euro came. Before, you can imagine, a cost of coffee was like $80. That's like 0.3 euros. And then after euro, a coffee was €1.
It more than doubled?
More than doubled overnight. And before we had those nice banknotes. Let me show you one of them. It was really nice, you know. I don't know if you can see it, but
oh, okay. Is that like the unrippable paper stuff? I think Canada, the Canadian dollar,
yes.
is like made out of the same thing.
Do you know what this is made out of? You're going to be shocked, you know. This is made out of hemp paper.
Hemp?
Yes.
Your currency was made out of hemp?
Yes. It was really a good currency.
That's
you know?
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That is really a bummer that the euro had to come in and ruin everything.
Yeah.
How exactly did the euro cause the issues of like inflation of your goods and services?
It's because our country is so small and we don't produce enough if you compare it to Europe. And then when we got meshed with the European Union, our value just fell, just through the roof, you know. And it was a crazy time back then.
Well, it sounds like Europe set you up.
Yeah, they did.
It was definitely a setup.
Yeah, they did. Because you have to know, Slovenia is at a point geographically where all the roads in Europe meet. So we could only live from collecting fees from the roads, all our country, because only 2 million people live in Slovenia, you know.
Damn. Yeah,
It's
that's
really
not a
small.
lot of people.
It's not a lot of people, yeah, you know. And so much traffic goes through Slovenia, you know, because everything goes through here.
So it's a lot of like trucker tolls and stuff like that.
Yes, too much. And then our roads get destroyed and everything gets messed up. And we the population then don't get anything, you know.
Right. No, I dig it. So how did that lead you to Bitcoin, and how did you get involved with that more like aggressively?
Basically, just because in my short lifetime, I've changed 3 fiat currencies. And then when I saw that something is happening online and then that it's possible to transfer it outside of our country with no problems, that was just like a gold mine to me.
You know, this is where Americans would say, "Oh, I feel so bad for you." But you know what? The honest is the fact that you're used to fiat currencies changing made it easier for you to decide to change and opt out of and opt into Bitcoin. Whereas in America or first world countries like this, where we don't get to see our fiat change, we're not familiar with opting in and out of different currencies. So it's a lot more of like a cult currency in the U.S. as opposed to other countries that are very familiar with swapping out currencies every couple decades.
Exactly.
So it's a detriment, but it's also a very good benefit to have when you're dealing with currencies from a government that are very shapeshifty. You know, they switch back and forth. But here in the US, people are just so like brainwashed to the US dollar, they can't see how to utilize any other currency.
Yes, you're used to just one currency, you know, you never had to change.
We're spoiled.
Yeah, kind of.
I would say we're spoiled.
But you know, your dollar currency was the same before. It was not united, you know?
Yeah,
but
we used to have state currencies, and then we have the nation currency, and then it became the petro, which became like a world currency.
Yes. But you see now how quickly people forget.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like this, and it's gone.
Yeah, one weekend later. Yeah, it's hype cycles, you know, mainstream media hype cycles. Every couple weeks we forget what happened on the last hype cycle.
Exactly. It's kind of a short memory span we have.
Yeah, so you were kind of in a good position, although you were kind of screwed over with the euro. You were in a good position to see the benefits of using another currency.
Exactly. Yeah. But in my work before I got into crypto, I was big into Forex. But we were one time, I remember if it was the date, I think it was 23rd March 2011, a huge tsunami hit the Japan market. And we were trading at that time all on yen, dollar
Oh,
versus
cool.
yen. Yeah, it wasn't that cool because our account got margin called overnight, and it was more than $10 million on it, and we couldn't do anything. It was just a black candle, and when we contacted the exchange, they just said this is natural disaster. We do not take part of this, and our money was gone
Oh
overnight.
my God.
Yeah,
Acts
it's
of
crazy.
God, I guess is
Yeah,
what they call
yes,
it.
yes. And when I read with my lawyer the conditions and everything, we saw that we cannot do anything, you know. And but don't let me get me started about this tsunami because it wasn't a real tsunami. It was just made up tsunami. But I really got into the how to say into the basically monetary system to basically see that it was just a big scam.
Right. Well, you're touching on something very important. You're bringing up a point where people will argue, oh, Bitcoin is manipulable. Well, honestly, the fiat currency that you're using by your government is the most manipulated currency on the face of the earth.
Yes. You can say Bitcoin, it is manipulated, but it is manipulated by a huge crowd of people, not basically one government saying we're going to do this and then the
Yeah, we
currency
have we have
falls up.
decentralized manipulation. They have
Yes,
centralized manipulation.
exactly, exactly. Although in decentralized manipulation, it can come to news. Let's say Bank of America says something and everybody gets scared and Bitcoin drops. But this is then just how to say a mass manipulation of the decentralized market.
Right.
They can still manipulate Bitcoin because the market of Bitcoin is, if you compare it to Forex or something other, it's so small.
Yeah, China used to do it every other Tuesday. They would, ban Bitcoin on a Tuesday, they would
Yes.
unban Bitcoin on a Monday, and then 24 hours later, Bitcoin is banned again.
Can you imagine how much profit they made?
Oh, yeah,
You know?
ungodly amounts.
Yes, because people get scared. They put a sell offer. When the sell is over, they put a buy offer and they change the news and they get 2 times the money.
Yep.
You
Yeah, they
know?
yeah, they win on every end, They win on the
Yes,
dip, they win on the pump. There's nowhere they lose.
yes. This is a problem about Bitcoin because the small people don't know this and they react too soon.
This is why we
Then
say
they lose.
hodl, because
Yes,
they do try to make you scared and make you dump your bags, and they basically want you to sell your Bitcoin so they could buy it. That's
exactly.
why we say you should just better off hodling, because you're going to have too much emotion to be able to, really obfuscate that manipulation and get around it.
Exactly. And one more thing, if you trade too much, who will win in the end?
The
If
exchanges.
you Yes,
Fucking
exactly.
exchanges, man. That's who's
Yes.
going to win.
I know that because we had an exchange on a forex exchange of our own before, but we didn't market it to people, but we just traded our own money on our exchange, basically like a white label exchange. And we collected a lot of commissions just trading our own money, you know, because there's a bid and spread difference. And on every bid and spread, you can make money, and every time the exchange makes money. So
Yeah,
don't
I
trade
don't
too
use
much.
exchanges. I prefer peer to peer. I actually
Really?
started with OTC trading. So when I
Okay.
first got into Bitcoin was like 2015. By 2016, I had a network of people where I could go peer to peer. I could either buy or sell OTC, and depending on which move I wanted to make, I could either save or benefit from profit. So if I was selling Bitcoin, I would sell it 10% over market value peer to peer. And if I was buying Bitcoin, I would ask to buy it at 10% under market value. So if I did a buy and a sell in one day, I made 20% profit and I had nothing in my pocket but the 20% profit.
Yeah, that means that you're a good trader.
I'm a hustler. I try to tell people, like, look, before I got into crypto, bro, I literally was just selling weed and like doing odd jobs, and I looked at Bitcoin the same way as I looked at an ounce of weed. I could take my weed, break it down, and sell nickel bags. I could take one Bitcoin and break it down into Satoshis and sell like 0.1 Bitcoin. And at the end of the day, if I sell a whole Bitcoin, I could make 0.1 for myself.
Exactly.
Maybe 0.2 in profit. Yeah, that's where I was like, Bitcoin was for me because it wasn't so much that I didn't need to ask Satoshi Nakamoto to hire me, and nobody can fire me. It was a self-employment opportunity where I was the boss because there was no boss, and that's why I was really into Bitcoin at first, was because this was a moment for me to become, my own industry leader, right? Like I could do anything, and what I started with was buying and selling, and then I got into content creating and then advising, consulting, things like that. But it started out with realizing I could work for Bitcoin and nobody can fire me.
Exactly.
So I actually quit my day job to go with Bitcoin full time because I can't, if I show up late to my day job, I'm fired. But if I show up late to Bitcoin, maybe I lose a couple percent because the market did something, big deal. Still not fired.
Exactly. It's kind of a personal freedom.
Yeah, it's so free, man. I mean, the thing is with a lot of people in like America that I talk to, they're so not used to currency volatility. They're afraid of it. And they don't realize that the currency volatility is displayed on the shelf for goods and services. When eggs and gas and milk all go up, that's your dollar going down. But they're not used to seeing it. And me, I was always one of those people that was kind of familiar with the volatility of like, cost of goods and services. And I kind of always reflected it towards the dollar, even though I was a kid. I didn't really get money, but I kind of understood it enough to the point where like when I saw the volatility of Bitcoin, I was like, well, yeah, I'm used to it. I mean, there's volatility at Toys R Us. Every time I want to buy Pokemon cards, they keep going up, which means my dollar keeps going down. It's just, I was really familiar and comfortable with volatility. But a lot of people in my, personal circles, they're just still not comfortable with the concept of a volatile currency.
They're not used to it, and when a person doesn't understand something, it's automatically he's automatically or she's scared of it. They don't want to research why is this happening. They just say, no, this is not for me. This is something.
Well, money, I say this a lot on the podcast, but money is a very religious tool. Even on our currency here, we have "In God We Trust" engraved on our currency. And the belief in the US dollar is almost like a crucifix, wearing a cross around your neck and having a dollar in your pocket are very similar. So when you try to convert somebody out of their US dollar religion, it's like trying to get a Mormon to become Jewish or Christian. It's not going to be easy.
Yeah. I believe you. I know how it is.
I've had these conversations with people all around the world, different, countries with different currencies, and they're all very, stuck in that way of it, and they can't seem to break out of it. And it's very enlightening and very self-fulfilling when you do realize that, the fact of that you could use this decentralized currency to pay your rent, to, pay your bills. And I mean, I use Bitcoin all day, every day. It's the only money I use. But a lot of people wouldn't know how to pay their Netflix bill if all they had was Bitcoin. So therefore, they think it's, funny money. It's monopoly money. Because if I have Bitcoin, how do I pay my rent?
This is the point that got me thinking. So how to pay something with Bitcoin? Because every time you do pay something with Bitcoin, you need the other person to accept Bitcoin. So there is a process then of learning to teach him. And then when he wants to then convert it to fiat currency, let's say dollars, there's always a commission every time somebody takes it, because, and let's say we get, let's take my example. I want to sell my Bitcoins so I can buy something in a store, and this particular store doesn't accept Bitcoins yet. Though in Slovenia, we have 3 big companies that accept in grocery stores Bitcoins. No
At the
problem.
register?
Yes.
Directly, like right there.
Directly.
Holy shit, that is awesome.
There is but not just this. You can go on hamburgers, and you can go in cinema and everywhere, because there is some app Slovenian made called Elipay, and you can do everything in Slovenia with it, but you have to have their app, because the payment processor of the Bitcoin is too slow to pay something on the register.
Right. Takes like 10 minutes, sometimes an hour.
Yes. And they cover this, they have the Bitcoin on their wallet, and the merchants have their app, and then there's no Bitcoin transaction.
Oh, cool. So they act like an escrow in the middle.
Yes. But why have this escrow if we have for these small transactions new technologies that have already been proven and made? Because Bitcoin is not, in my opinion, for everyday transaction.
Same. I'm with you.
It's for holding and making value.
I don't use Bitcoin, right. I use it for everything, but if everybody did it like me, I'd be fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I tell people, we don't want Walmart to accept Bitcoin right now. It might be too much.
It might be too much. That's my point, And then when I was researching and basically trading between exchanges, I saw that the only currency that was fast between exchanges and that it didn't cost me a lot of money was basically Stellar, because almost all of the good exchanges that are not scam exchanges accept Stellar. And the bad exchanges, I know why they don't accept Stellar, because they don't get any commission when a person deposits it or withdraws the money, With Bitcoin, they always get a commission, or with Ether or with other currencies. But when I transferred the Stellar thing, it was like between exchanges, it's like a minute. Between Stellar wallets, it's like 3 seconds. And the transaction, it's basically 0.00001 Stellar. So, and Stellar is 8 cents or something like that. So that got me to thinking. But Stellar and XLM, it's a word that it's not like Bitcoin, you don't get it right away, when you say Bitcoin, you say bit. Oh, bit. Yeah, bit.
Yeah, it's a bit of a coin, right? Yeah, Stellar doesn't have like a currency kind of a vibe to it.
No, it doesn't, and that's why then got me to thinking, what word is universal? What word do we all know, even if we're in America or if we are in, just a second.
Which one word? I was going to say maybe hemp. My chat went nuts when they found out your currency was made out of hemp.
Exactly. And that's why, this is an off topic, I have in my home country a hemp exchange. And this hemp exchange uses a currency called KON. Not coin, but KOON, KON. It's not on the market, it's our currency only, but it's a cryptocurrency to make transactions for hemp business, because it's still illegal here in Slovenia to use it with euros. But if you do not use euros to make a transaction, then it is not illegal.
Dude, they sound like they might have a really big business opportunity here in the U.S. because it's getting legal to the states, but federally it's still illegal. So you can't really use banking and a lot of the U.S. dollar point of sale systems.
Exactly. So for this, we have our own this currency on Stellar blockchain. But we did not put it on centralized exchanges because we don't want the price to fluctuate. We just want the price to stay the same, just to make the transaction. One buys, one sells, and the euro is not used, because euro is just exchanged then for the Stellar or the KON currency. And whatever you do then with KON, it is written on the blockchain, but there is no name and you don't know why was this transaction made. So no illegal activity was made.
That's actually really interesting. That's probably why the government over there is okay with it, because it does use a public decentralized ledger where they can see movement, but they don't need too much information about what was moved and why. They just want to see, where money is going from and to, and where it's how it's moving, but not necessarily like where and from and to.
Exactly. So, but still a lot of stigma is around the world, especially in China and Philippines, and where the hemp is basically marijuana that's illegal. And you can, then you've seen a lot of currencies have tried with the hemp and cannabis, and they
Shout
didn't
out to
make
Potcoin.
it. Yeah, Potcoin is very good, but the usage, it needs to be more universal.
Yes.
You know, when they will make it, when they will make this happen, this will proceed, in my mind. You know, but then it got me to thinking, what else is universal? What else do we all want? Yes, exactly, love. And okay, let me say one thing. A lot of people are afraid of love too, because they've been heartbroken and a lot of bad things happen to them. But yeah, me too. Although I have now a very good girlfriend, but
You give me
past,
faith, my brother. You give me faith.
Yeah. So that's why that's why we created this love coin. So when a person will go on the exchange and see love as a LOVE, they will say, ooh, I know this word. Let me check it out. What is it for? And basically it's for payments. When you make a payment with LOVEcoin, if I make a payment to you 100 LOVEcoins right now, you will get 100 LOVEcoins in 3 seconds. And you won't get 98.78, I don't know how many,
Right.
but 100, you know, and the only fee that will be between us will be on the Stellar network, and that fee is, like I said before, 0.000.
So it uses Stellar for the gas or the transaction fee.
Exactly, yes.
Oh,
yes.
cool. So you built LOVEcoin on the Stellar blockchain.
Yes, yes. Because I think it's Jeb McCaleb that created the Stellar. I on one chat room I got to talking to him and I didn't know it was him, you know, when I was creating it. And then one other guy came out to help me, and when I introduced the idea, just everybody just went up. Whoa, that's good. Let's do it, because we need more people on our basically Stellar network to make it more usable.
Right.
You know? And I said then, love, everybody knows it. So if people don't know Stellar, or if they cannot connect to Stellar and use it in this way, let's use the word love then. It has all the characteristics of your great currency and your great network. Let's just rename it so people can trust it more, you know? And that's why we did it basically on this network, because I was thinking about Ripple too, but Ripple is so centralized, you cannot trust it because it has so many coins that are still locked basically on the company's name. And if they dump this on the market, the whole network will collapse, in my mind. You know?
I'm with you on that, but the XRP army would, disagree. But I agree with you that it is a potential, it is possible, and because of that option of it even being potentially,
yes,
I'm good. I'm not even going to take the risk as well. Yep.
Yes, exactly. You know, when I saw that Stellar is basically a totally open network and that I could contact everybody.
Well, that's the thing with Stellar. It's like Ripple, but better.
Yeah, because the person who did Ripple did Stellar.
Yep.
So he must have noticed something wrong with Ripple and went another way. You're
right.
It's the same person who did Stellar and Ripple did Mt. Gox. You know why he sold it? Because he must have seen something wrong doing there.
Yep. Yeah. When he got rid of Mt. Gox, is kind of the same reason he left Ripple. He
Yeah.
knew something was up.
He knew something was up, and he couldn't change it, or he was overvoted.
Oh yeah,
like
overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed by other people's opinions and shares in the company that he couldn't change, and then he made this.
So what's your roadmap for LOVEcoin? I guess for the next.
At the moment, at the moment, the most important thing is to launch our wallet, because in the wallet itself, it will be a store. And our company that basically launched this coin, it's been on the market since 2011, on the Hong Kong market and on the China market. And we basically have a lot of producers of different kind of stuffs, from cell phones to computers to, I don't know, lollipops to everything you can sell, and they can produce it for us, and we can then put it on our Love store, and you can buy it directly with Love coins without exchanging it to fiat currency. And when you do buy, you get cash back. So let's say you make a profit trading Bitcoin, and then you want to spend this profit. You were trading hard, you wanted to spend, you wanted to enjoy yourself. So you take this part of Bitcoin that you've earned and you want to sell it for fiat. It will be a commission, and you will have to wait about 2 to 3 days. I don't know how it is in America, but here in Slovenia, you have to wait about 1 week to get the money on your bank account. Then I can go to the store and spend it.
It's very similar, except we have PayPal. And sometimes if you're using like Coinbase, you could cash out to PayPal and it's instant. But if you do want to use your bank account, it's going to take about 5 business days.
Okay. So you see what I'm talking about.
Yep.
But if you just then trade this amount of Bitcoin that you have up to LOVEcoin, you basically pay a really, really small commission. And then when you spend Love coins, you spend them in 3 seconds, you get the product, and you get cash back from the purchase.
Yeah, it's like a reward coin or something, a way to incentivize people to use it at the register.
To use it, yes, exactly. So basically, to get products from real life with crypto money.
That's a good way to keep it too. It keeps it as crypto, so people don't have to cash out. They can still spend it. I'm just curious, and this is a lot of people in the chat are going to say, why not just Bitcoin, right? Yes, it takes a while, but it's more accepted. I'm curious, is there anywhere that is accepting LOVEcoin locally to you right now? Or is there any deals with businesses? Because you seem to be in a very good position where you're at, because like you mentioned, mainstream companies already accept Bitcoin at the register. So you probably have an in.
As you say, in Bitcoin, the first purchase was pizza, you know. With LOVEcoin, the first purchase was Wi-Fi router, and this was made online, this purchase. And the second purchase that was made directly person to person, wallet to wallet transaction for meat.
Oh, so basically, the first one was a router, the second one was peer to peer for meat?
Yes. So LOVEcoins have been used for electronical stuff and for eating.
Respect. Yeah. So it sounds like you have a real use case for a shitcoin. Like, that's what people are going to say. It's just a shitcoin. But if people are using it, is it really a shitcoin?
People here in Slovenia are already using it.
That's awesome.
It is a small market. I'm not going to lie to you. It is a small market now. But, my girlfriend has a store called Leci.is, Slovenian store, and all her products that she sells are acceptable with LOVEcoin or Bitcoin or Ether or something else. But if you pay with LOVEcoin, you get up to 9% of cash back depending on the product. If we have a big ROI, or how to say, on the product, if we buy the product for $10 and sell it for $15, then we can give you 9% cash back because we have a big profit margin. If we buy something for $10 and sell it for $11, then we give you like 2 or 3% cash back.
This sounds crazy from an American's perspective, because if I considered making my own money and tried to get a store to accept it, I'd be in jail. Like, it is illegal to compete with the US dollar and create a currency. It's, it would be counterfeit money. This is why Satoshi is anonymous, because in the US, Satoshi would be in jail right now for creating a currency that competes with the US dollar. Is that an issue where you're at in Slovenia, where you have to worry about, creating your own money?
I think not, because you can go to any store and buy with whichever cryptocurrency you wish. Not whichever. The main ones that have a lot of liquidity.
Right.
Basically, the first 20.
I was going to get into that too with the LOVEcoin liquidity. Has that become anything of an issue, or how have you decided to kind of handle the liquidity for the small businesses and the peer-to-peer transactions?
This is the point. The liquidity, on our end, we want it to be created by the people, not by robots. Because most of the cryptocurrencies have liquidity created by robots.
Yeah, it's called market making, and it's mandatory.
Yes, it is kind of mandatory, but if a lot of people will gather together and use this, then liquidity will not be a problem. But to tell you the truth, we do not have a big budget to promote this now over the whole world. So that's why I'm basically searching for open-minded people like you
Thank you
to
for
talk
coming
to
on,
me.
man.
Yeah, to talk to me and then just spread the word, because this is the easiest way. Because if you use the mainstream media, they will block us,
Yeah.
or they will charge us so much that we will go under just by doing it, you know. But if we gather together in a sense of love, somebody has a lot of it and just wants to share something to somebody else or donate it, you will get rewarded with some cashback, and the other person will see, oh, he gave this to me, so I can maybe spend something on my own, and then the rest, what's left, I can share it to somebody else.
Right.
And already 3 people have LOVEcoins, you know, just by one transaction. So this can spread like wildfire.
I actually had somebody in my chat just now asking how do they get LOVEcoin. I guess off without like considering an exchange, how would somebody outside of your area be able to like earn or get LOVEcoin?
Um, at the moment, the easiest way is a wallet called Lobster.
Lobster wallet, I love it.
Yeah, Lobster is a decentralized wallet. Yes, that has basically a decentralized marketplace in the wallet. So you can basically buy it in the wallet. You don't have to go to a centralized exchange to buy it there. Although we have now an IEO running right now. But centralized exchanges, you must know, they're not the best.
And they're not going to be around much longer, bro. Look at what Uniswap is doing to Coinbase. You know, a lot of these DEXs and DeFis are going to eat the centralized exchanges for lunch. I don't predict that they will be as big as they are today in at least 5 years from now. So yeah, big centralized exchanges. Yeah, they're gone, man. I think where we're going is to a true decentralized economy with DEXs and DeFis, especially where it's built into the wallet. I've been saying that your wallet will replace your exchange very soon. There won't be a reason to have a wallet and an exchange. You'll just have them both in one place. And that sounds like what Lobster's doing.
And this is what LOVEcoin already has on Love Wallet. We have an exchange inbuilt, a store inbuilt the wallet, and a reward program in the wallet. Everything is in the wallet.
Oh, wow. You just have a pretty polished product already.
Yeah, the only thing that's missing right now is to actually launch this wallet. We need at least 1,000 holders, or this wallet will not activate because it just won't be self-sufficient.
Right.
Yeah. And I don't want to publish something that I will then have to close in 5 months because it's not running okay.
You gotta crawl, man. You know, you can't run right out of the gate, especially in crypto. The slower time that you take, the better it will be in the long run.
Exactly. But still not like a snail. You know?
Well, Bitcoin kind of took the snail pace for us. Right now, we're at minimum, you know, couple miles per hour in speed, but it's still quite slow when you look at the way certain things move, you know, especially when they're incentivized to manipulate it. You know, you see some coins, they come out of, you know, creation, and 24 hours later, they're already listed on an exchange. Cough, Uni.
No, this is basically agreed to before, you know. These coins that are listed so quickly. This is basically talks with the exchange 1 month before. We will create this coin, we will list it.
Yeah, they don't call it insider trading, but it's everything insider trading is.
Exactly. Yeah, because it's not illegal yet in the crypto world.
When I saw Uniswap become a coin, Uni, and then without like 24 hours later, it was listed on Coinbase, I decided to sell because I knew that Uni had to pay Coinbase so much money that the coin was destined to drop in value.
Exactly. And these exchanges, they really charge too much money for listing, you know. They have no work with that, except when they put the news out, basically they draw in the community. Okay, that's true. But regarding the computer work, programming and everything, it's no work. it's like 1 hour work, you know.
And this is
And
why
you
we
can
see people creating wrapped coins on things like Uniswap, you know? Like
exactly.
if you can't get an exchange to accept your coin, then wrap it, throw it on Uniswap, and now you have a decentralized exchange that can do everything the centralized exchange wouldn't let you do.
This is what we can basically do with LoveCoin, but we don't want to do it because, you know, Stellar is basically the same as Ether. It has all the decentralized exchanges, 5 different decentralized exchanges has Stellar, and we are present as LoveCoin on all 5 of them. But the liquidity of Stellar on the DEX exchanges is so small compared to Uniswap. But I don't understand people why they use these Ethereum contracts if it's so expensive in gas and transactions and everything. It's been proven that it's not working.
It's a rich kid sandbox, that's why. It's where all the rich kids go to play with their funny money and show off how much they have. This is the same reason why billionaires will buy 7 Lambos. They don't drive all 7 of them, they just want to fucking show off. And that's how I feel when I look at people building on Ethereum. I'm like, oh, you have so much money, you could just set it on fire for fun? Must be nice.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel. But, you know, people are... I think that they are just not educated enough.
Well, we're still at 2% world adoption. There's no way they're educated enough.
Of course, yes. That's maybe just my personal schooling is in the computers, you know.
Right.
So that's why I'm thinking a bit different, you know.
Dude, the average person that you talk to doesn't know what the difference between a RAM and CPU is, you know? Like they don't care to even know. So to try to make them care about technology and money when the average person could care less about both, it's going to be a bumpy ride into mainstream understanding. You know, it's going to unfortunately take people like me getting rich off of Bitcoin, buying a fucking Lambo, and then motivating people like, how did this stoner buy a Lambo? You know, like that might motivate them to learn more about it when they see people succeed with it. Unfortunately, though, it is a price movement motivation, right? Right now, Bitcoin is over $16,000. More people are interested in it than it was when it was $3,000 only a couple months ago.
Exactly. Yes.
You could have tripled your money if you just wouldn't have waited so long.
Yeah. Exactly.
And this is why I live off of Bitcoin and crypto completely. You know, my bank account isn't with Wells Fargo. You know, it's with Satoshi. And I use crypto and I embrace the volatility. And because I do so, I've learned that my money goes farther because of volatility, not shorter because of volatility. And that's what a lot of people, when they hear of volatility in currency, they think it's going to get them less. That's why they're afraid of it. When I get into crypto and I see volatility, it excites me because I know it's scarce, supply and demand goes into effect, and my money will go farther over time. And it has ever since I got in. My first Bitcoin was $400.
Excellent.
Yeah, I sold my first Bitcoin for $20,000. That's a pretty big profit.
Yeah, it is. I remember when Bitcoin was just starting, you know, we one friend of mine and were drinking beer and talking to each other, you know, should we order another round or should we go and buy Bitcoins, you know?
Yeah, I'm with you. I actually became more frugal because of Bitcoin. I actually started spending. Here's the thing. I started having more money and I wanted to spend less of it. I've never been in a position in my life where I had so much money and I'm like, I don't want to spend this. The first thing I want to do is get rid of it because the PlayStation may go up in value and I might have to spend more money. So I better spend the money today to get the thing I want before it goes up and costs more dollars. But in crypto, it's been the opposite. The less I spend, the more money I keep getting.
Exactly. But not a lot of people take the time and get educated like you did, you know?
I was lucky. I mean, because I found this so interesting, it didn't feel like a chore. It didn't feel like work learning. It was just so rewarding to me. It felt like, you know, most people play a video game and they get that same satisfaction. Like that was me learning about Bitcoin. Every time I learned, I just feel like I leveled up and I'm about to prestige.
It's like in a game.
It is a game. That's how I mean, Bitcoin is the best video game ever designed.
Exactly.
Satoshi Nakamoto created a video game for all computers to play, you know, and you can
Yes.
choose to play the game however you want. Maybe you could be a miner, maybe you could be a node,
It's
maybe
2
you're just
o'clock.
an evangelist who just goes out and promotes it.
Exactly.
So
Mhm.
where does LoveCoin kind of come into, like, you know, a more of a future use case? Like, where do you see it going, you know, if it can get more worldly, you know, where do you see that bigger picture?
Basically, just I want people to think about money differently. You know, if we wouldn't be so, how to say, scringy and everything to ourselves, to me, to me, to me.
Oh,
Let's
stingy.
get
Yeah.
stingy, yes. And if we were able to share, we are basically then able to create a lot more. You know,
I'm going to clap to that because I've been saying this for a long time, bro. If you have 2 Bitcoin and you keep one to yourself and you give one away in the right way,
in
your
the right
1
way, yes.
Bitcoin that you keep will be worth more than the 2 Bitcoin you had.
This is it. This is basically my point. You know, I was one time in my life in America, in Florida, and I was talking to one man called Jock Fresco. He's a kind of a big man over there. He's talking about basically a world without using a currency, you know. And he bought a big place of land there, and he created his own world in the middle of Florida, and they live there basically without money, you know. And when I got to thinking how he created this, he still used the money from the people that were coming into their place and listened to him and educated. So he did still need the money, you know. But people were willing to share their money to give to him for his knowledge so they could spread this word, you know. And this is basically then the point of LoveCoin. So the person who has now the ability to buy them cheap and to then share them to the people will know about it. And even if everybody just buys €1 or $1 worth of it, then we've exchanged a lot of the fiat money into our love community. And when
Burn
our
your
love community,
fiat. Burn your fiat for love.
exactly, and then that means that we as a community have some value, you know, and you can then buy something with it. You can then basically or donate or share, or you can do basically anything with it, you know, because if somebody now in the Philippines doesn't have money, or her mother has cancer or something like that, I can send it to her, and she then, when the market will be more volatile, let's say, she can then exchange it to fiat if she needs for medicine. Or if it will be this big, we can even provide medicine, because in my country I sell a lot of hemp medicine. I don't call it medicine, but I call it a boost of your immune system. And a lot of people have treated, me myself have been treated for a skin disease. I had a very big skin disease. Blood was coming out when I woke up in the morning because of all the scratching I did when I wasn't awake, you know. And I was all bloody when I woke up, and I didn't know why. I tested all the pills the doctors gave me. I tested all the creams they gave me. Nothing helped. And then the only thing was going back to nature. And nature basically gave me for free. Only my effort was put into it. And then I got the medicine back. And I made a balm and put it on. And it was like a miracle. Overnight, it was stopped itching me. And I didn't scratch it. And I wasn't bloody. You know, it was fucking a miracle to me personally.
Right. I have eczema, so I know what you're talking about. I actually have a hemp cream I use as well from one of my friends that live in Vegas. They send me out once or twice a month. They'll send me some cream.
No? So you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, I definitely do. I actually, it was just crazy that you mentioned. I was like, I vibe with that because I have eczema and I use a hemp cream that I get from friends that actually have a business in another, you know, part of the country.
You know, because hemp business here in Slovenia, it's really big compared to only 2 million people here. We've got like 50 companies that are only in hemp business, and all of them are doing great, you know.
Wow, I'm wondering when we're gonna see, you know, world trade on hemp take place. You know, that's going to be really interesting to see with, you know, because we don't have hemp futures. And that's where I think it's going to get real interesting with world import and export of goods when we have hemp futures markets that we can invest in.
This will happen when America legalizes it.
Nah, federally probably never going to happen, unfortunately. We have too many people sitting in prison for that crime. If we decide to make it legal, there's going to be an issue of, do we let these people out? And I think that's what our federal government doesn't want to deal with. They don't want to deal with, decriminalizing something at a federal level and then letting all their slave prisoners out of their concentration camps.
Exactly. Yeah. But did you see the note, the $10 note from 1914?
Oh, in the U.S.? Yeah.
Yes.
They were made out of hemp. Yep.
No, not just that, but hemp workers or hemp farmers were on the bill itself. It was represented on the left, it was hemp field and working on the hemp field. On the right side was the city. So hemp powers the city to run.
It used to.
Yeah, it used to. But it's so simple, but they don't allow it. I made like hemp gasoline for my moped, the small moped. And I made gasoline out of hemp. But stupid of me, I've posted it on Facebook and I said I'm going to have a ride with my hemp motorcycle, going to have a hemp beer. And I've posted it online. Yeah, 2 miles ahead, the 2 police officers were waiting for me. What the hell are you doing? You didn't pay tax on the gasoline. You cannot drive with this. We're taking your moped. Go
Holy
home on
shit.
your foot. Yeah.
What the fuck do you do in that situation?
Nothing. I had to give them my motor. I paid the fine and I stopped doing it,
Damn, that's such a bummer. Oh, Sound Dr. Genie in the chat says, "Oh, good news. Cannabis was legalized where I live right now in New Jersey. So it's not just medical, it's recreational." Yeah. I think we'll see more recreational acceptance, but it still won't be federally legal, unfortunately. But it will be recreational, and it may even become decriminalized to the state level. But I don't see the U.S., probably not in my lifetime, making it a federally acceptable thing. Unfortunately, they just make so much money off of it. And the amount of money the U.S. government spent on the war in drugs, it's so much money that if they stopped now, they just look foolish. They would look very stupid and they would be embarrassed as a nation government.
Exactly.
They've gone too far to turn back now. So now they're just going to burn their energy fighting a fruitless war to save their own, self-esteem and social credit on like the government Wall Street streets. Yeah, we didn't give up. We got defeated, but we never gave up. The prohibition was the same thing with alcohol. They didn't give up. They were defeated.
Exactly.
So I wanted to wrap things up a little bit here with, is there any way that, we could have people in the live stream maybe comment their wallet address for LOVEcoin and we could give some LOVEcoin out? I don't know how that would work out.
Let's say it like this. Everybody that opens a Lobster wallet right now and sends the address, we send them 100 LOVEcoins to everybody.
How easy was that, bros? How easy was that? Just go get that Lobster wallet. Go ahead and comment your LOVEcoin address. And after, I guess I'll wait a little bit. I'll wait like 24 hours. So I'll give you guys 24 hours to download the wallet, comment your LOVEcoin Lobster wallet address, and then we'll go ahead and we'll give you guys 100 LOVEcoins each.
Exactly. But I need to tell something. You cannot accept LOVEcoins if you don't have an active Lobster wallet. What does this mean? You have to have at least 3 XLM on your wallet. And
okay, so you need 3 Stellar on the wallet.
Yes. And then when you have them on the wallet, you have to go to assets and add LOVEcoin as an asset.
Okay, it's very similar to adding like a MetaMask Ethereum token.
And for the first 10 people who do this, we will give these Stellars too. Each and everybody to 3 Stellars. So
the first 10 comments will get 3 Stellar as well as 100 love. And that is awesome. I mean, 3 Stellar isn't that much, guys. If you I mean, it's like 30 cents, and then you can activate your Lobster wallet. You can add the love token to the list, and then you can get your address to then post.
Exactly. And one more thing, a lot of people ask me, the Stellar address and the love address are the same.
Oh, okay. So you don't have to have a separate address. Okay.
No. And the Lobster wallet does one more thing. you can create your own nickname. So my nickname is Wise Trader, and then like a star lobster.co. So you don't have to send the whole.
Oh, they found out like they do it like almost like an email or username experience.
Yes, even if you don't have a Lobster wallet, or even if you don't have a Stellar wallet, if you just tell your email, everybody can send you Stellars directly on email, and then you get an email letting you know that you got Stellars, and then you just click OK, and then you open one Stellar wallet and you get Stellars on this wallet.
Oh, so you can redeem them.
Yes.
That's really cool. So I could send somebody some Stellar to their email, and they'll get an email saying, click here to redeem.
Yes, exactly.
All right, cool. So if you guys, need something like that, just go ahead and comment. The first 10 people that need some Stellar to activate their Lobster wallet, go ahead and drop it. And then for everybody after that, drop your Lobster wallet Stellar address right there, and we'll go ahead and send you 100 LOVEcoin. Let me know what you guys think. If you're watching this right now, check it out. Check out LOVEcoin. I believe it's at LOVEcoin12, right, on Twitter?
Yes.
Yeah, check them out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. And as always, have a day.
Thank you guys so much.
There are many different ways to buy Bitcoin, but the cheapest and fastest way to buy Bitcoin with cash is with a coin flip Bitcoin ATM. Coin flip ATMs allow anyone to buy Bitcoin with the lowest fees and within just a few steps. Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm one of the hundreds of store owners who partner with CoinFlip. In this convenient store, we host a coin flip Bitcoin ATM. We earn passive income, more foot traffic, and we get free advertising done by the CoinFlip team. Getting the ATM was easy. We just contact the CoinFlip team at info@coinflip.tech, and they handle everything with no cost to the store owner. This includes installation, maintenance, marketing, and even 24/7 customer service. We just provide a small space within the store. To get your own CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM and join the monetary revolution, contact CoinFlip today. info@coinflip.tech, or fill out the form at request.coinflip.tech. 773-800-0106.
Whether you're brand new to cryptocurrency or an expert, Hodl is the app for you. Are you tired of dealing with the exchanges, their unreliability, and high fees? Welcome to the new cryptocurrency standard. Hodl is your one-stop shop for accumulating cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. This is the easiest way for you to accumulate crypto and manage it. Download the Hodl app now. Create your profile, link one or more bank accounts, set up your dashboard, and let Hodl do the rest. It's easy and fast. Hodl provides multiple ways to purchase and accumulate crypto. Included are advanced automated buying features along with direct market buys. You have total control of your money and which cryptocurrencies get purchased, with options including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Tether, Ripple, among others. Use the Roundup feature to automatically purchase crypto with your spare change after making everyday purchases. Easily increase your Roundup growth by using the Boost Growth option, and boost your Roundups by either 2, 3, or 5 times. The Autopilot feature allows you to purchase crypto based on the amount and frequency you choose. Set it and forget it. Buy and sell in real time. The coins you buy are the coins you get. Hodl holds 100% true blockchain purchases. No downtime. Super secure. Lower fees, and you get 24/7 support. Hodl makes it easy for you to create and manage a diversified cryptocurrency portfolio. Look forward to future enhancements coming soon, as well as additional cryptocurrency options. Download the Hodl app today and get started now.